Hi friends, it's Miss Rachel with the Prattville Public Library, and today we are making lucky bracelets with these little pre-made kits. So we're going to open up our kit and get started. This is for St. Patrick's Day, and we're going to get out, your string is a little tricky to see because it's clear, so be sure you don't let it get lost with all the beads and everything. And also, please be aware that this kit is designed for ages 5 and up, so please be careful with young children because these small beads and pieces do pose a choking hazard. So we're going to use this picture as a guide to assemble the bracelet, just how it says, and it also gives us instructions right here with the kit and everything on how to tie a square knot. So we're going to make a bracelet that looks just like this. It's going to be great. So we'll start by pouring out all of our beads very gently and carefully so that we don't lose any of them. We'll want to get them all out just in case we need them all. We might not need all of them depending on how big your wrist is and what type of design you want to do. And you can absolutely follow this pattern in terms of the colored beads that they use, or you can create your own pattern. I'm going to go ahead and follow their pattern to start. So we are going to go ahead and start. Now I like to start with my charm in the middle. So I'm going to take my little cute shamrock charm, put it in the middle, and then this design says to do one dark green bead on one side and 2 white beads on the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. 1 dark green, and on the other side 2 white beads. There we go, we're well on our way. Next, I'm going to string the word lucky on, but I'm going to string it on backwards. So I'm going to start with the Y. That way, when we go to read our lucky bracelet, we'll be able to read it properly. So I'm using all my little letter beads here, and they just slide right onto the string perfectly. Get my U on there. This is a good part for letter recognition for younger kids. But again, remember, be careful with younger kids to make sure that these small pieces don't pose a choking hazard. And then I'm going to do a dark green one again on the other side of our word. And then it says 2 light green and 2 dark green and 2 white. And then we continue that pattern all the way around, it looks like. I'm going to do my 2 light green. This light lime green is really cute. And then a couple of dark green beads and a couple white beads, and then we're going to repeat dark green, and then light green, and then dark green again, and then white again. Now this side of my bracelet is getting pretty full, so I'm going to start looking at the other side of my bracelet, and I'm going to start back from where I started with the charm to complete the pattern. So on this side, we've already done our charm and our 2 white beads, so now we need 2 dark green, 2 light green, and 2 dark green. and they give you the perfect amount of each bead to complete this. So we'll do 2 dark green and string them on. And if you prefer, if it's a little easier for you, you can tape down one of the ends of the bracelet so that you have a little bit more control over where the string goes and if it wiggles or not, so that all the beads that you strung on this side don't go slipping and sliding off. So now we're going to go ahead and tie our square knot. So I'm going to make a loop with one end of the string, and then I'm going to take my other end of the string and I'm going to go up inside the loop and then behind and around, and then down inside the loop, and then we're going to pull it tight. Now before I pull it tight, I'm going to make sure that I scoot the knot down towards the beads so that all the excess string is kind of at the end here instead of making a wobbly looking bracelet. So now that my square knot is tied, I'm going to pull it nice and tight. And I like to do one more regular shoe tying knot right on top just to kind of secure it. And then you can take a pair of scissors to trim the edges just a little bit. We're going to trim them down so that there's still a little bit of a tail. And then you can take the little bitty tail that's left over here and tuck it back in under the beads so that your whole knot and the tails are covered up. And there we have our lucky bracelet. Thank you all so much for creating with me today. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you next time. Bye!